the shores of the Trinity, the Africans were forced to labor and toil the land, cultivating sugar cane to produce more sugar, and more sugar, and more. Plant, harvest, squeeze, boil, and process, from the sunrise to the sunset, over and over for many years. Bare ankles, knotted calves,
Cut it faster, man.
by the razor plate.
Go on. I need more.
Oh God, Master, sorry, Master, you are things.
Sorry, nothing. Cut it in, man. Walk faster.
Bare ankles, knotted calves slashed by the razor like
Walk
piercings,
fast.
backs split open by the whip.
I want milk.
These
Go milk the cows.
Africans endured many sufferings, and only a few lived long enough to tell of it. Only a few could remember the life they lived before. Only a few.
Miss my great grandfather, my father, my sweet Adelia. My sweet Adelia. Where's my Adelia? Adelia, where are you? Grandpa? 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 What you want, boy? Grandpa, what you doing? I was reminiscing about my past life. When I was a prince. Grandpa, you prince? Yes. When we used to have lovely trees and lovely dancing. Yes, come. Sit down, sit down. So we over the great places where was my homeland, where I was a prince. Yes, I was a prince. And where your great-great-grandfather was. Yes, your grandfather. He was a mighty, mighty man. Ruled many, many kingdoms. And you would have been a prince. Yes, you would have been a prince. And a matter of fact, after name you, how a prince supposed to be named? Grandpa, my name is John. Over here, your name is John. But over there, your name will be Adi. Grandpa, what Adi means? Adi means royalty. Me royalty? Yes, you are royalty. And I need you to do one more thing for me. I need you not to tell nobody your real name. I need you to know that your name is Adi inside here. Yes, Grandpa. And I need you to do one more thing. Stay right here. Grandpa, what are you doing? Wait. Don't say nothing. Now, I found this book. This is a book the white man been using to tell us what to do. But I do not think they are reading it the way they're supposed to. So Adi, I need you to do something for me. I need you to learn to read and write. I need you to learn the white man's way. Because this book will keep you alive in the future. So here, take it, and hide it. Because if they catch you with it, they will pull you. Hey! I thought you said you make it. We're doing this. It's okay, Master. We are sorry. We are working. Come on, man. We are working. Walk faster, man. We are working.
The miscommunicated messages in the Bible that the official used to justify why they were at the right to treat and control the African slaves in such a manner. Something is wrong. Nothing could be right with treating a human being in such a manner. The true God of love and care for all who sacrifice his own for others could not be the one saying to do this. Isn't the Africans men too?
Oh, this is very nice. This is a nice shop. I need to have some stuff for my wife. Look at these dresses.
Wassa, look out.
You can have these dresses. Hold this for me.
Wassa,
I like this.
look out.
You can have these. What you said? Yes. Okay, what do you think about these curtains? Wouldn't this look nice in my house? Anyone? I think I will have these curtains. Okay. You made me trip. I told you not to do this. You need to look at where I'm walking. You need to clear my path.
Sir,
What is your problem?
what has this silly boy done?
He made me fall. I was looking for stuff for my wife, and he made me fall. Look at him. Look at him. He had to hold my stuff. That's all he had to do. One simple job, and he made me fall.
But sir, I see that the boy was trying to warn me.
He was not trying to warn me. He didn't do a good enough job. Look at him. I think he needs some more licks. Why you made me fall? Why you made
does
me
not need knowledge.
What is your problem?
You should not be beating the boy like that.
Why?
Is
Look
that
at him. He's like a dog.
Is this
He's
how
like
you?
those monkeys in the forest.
Is this how a true person behaves? Beating down boys like this?
Well, you see, in the animal kingdom, there are some animals superior to others. It's so in the human race. They are not ours. They are less than our superior. We are over them. They need to get licked. They need to be treated like the dogs.
But the Bible that really does not teach this. It teaches that we should treat men like him just like us.
I don't agree with you. So, you want to do something about it? I paid a lot of money for him. You know how much money I paid for this slave? Can you pay for him? He needs to do his job. I am paying someone to do a job. You are expected to do what I tell you to do.
If you cut his skin and you see the blood coming out of him, it is the same as us. All of us have the same blood.
I don't agree. Yes, the same color, but it's not the same blood. Come on, pick up my stuff. Pick up my stuff, please. No.
Sir, I will be writing about this in the papers. I will be sending it to the higher authority.
You can do what you want. I don't care. I paid a lot of money for him. This is mine. He's like a monkey. They evolved. They came from Darwin theory. They were first monkeys and they became this, whatever this is. He needs to do what I tell him to do. You can do what you want. Come on, go from here. Go.
I believe that every man should be treated equally. What do you think? Should they be treated equally?
Many of the enslaved Africans were strong. They never saw their homeland again. Their bruised and shackled bodies were scattered about the land they now stand on, with no name, no honor, and no remembrance.
More work, man. Yes, get to work. Work faster, man. I need a cane. Work. I said, work faster, man. You're slow. I'm feeling good, master. What do you mean you feel it? Make work, huh? If you're feeling I'm going to make it today. When we can't feel it all, make it all that by hand. What today? Hey, what's wrong? I think I'm going to make it. Hey, get you up, eh? What's wrong? Get you up. You need to go find Ari. You need to go find Ari. Go find Ari. Yes. That's all. Ari, it's my time to go. You have to remember that you are friends, Ari. Yes, Ari, but I'm proud of the man you became, Ari. No, please stay, don't go. I have to go meet my Atilia. Remember to keep fighting for serving. Please don't go. This is my time to go. Papa, you're going? Papa, I promise you, I'll honor you with my life, Papa. Today, you shall grieve the death of my grandfather. But tomorrow, you shall fight for freedom.
men influenced find the courage to rally against this abomination of slavery. Treat Africans as men, for they are. Medallions with these words, "Am I not a man and a brother?" were made and given to the lower class of men of Britain to join the cause to abolish slavery. Would that be enough?
I tell you, the idea of having these Africans as slaves has truly benefited us. Why don't we get some more slaves from West Africa? We can buy some more slaves, can't we?
I think so.
All in favor? Say aye.
Aye.
I don't think we can get some more. We can get some more of those wonderful slaves to do our work. Who said all in favor of a wonderful plan to get more slaves? Say aye.
Aye.
Anybody in the crowd? We want more slaves. What do you think?
I think we should abolish the slave trade.
We need more slaves.
What you said?
Abolish the slave trade.
What did you say?
Is this a madman? You heard what he said? To abolish the slave trade.
Do you think this is funny?
Why would we ever want to abolish the slave trade?
Because they are men just like us. We need to treat them equally.
Men? These slaves are men. They are like the cattle and the dogs.
Yes, that is what I said. Abolish the slave trade.
Something's wrong with them. I think you're a madman.
We will never abolish the slave trade.
That don't make any sense.
Money from these people.
We got a lot of money from the slaves.
But at one point, you will. Trust me, you will.
It will never happen. Britain is becoming too strong to want to get rid of those who work for free.
He's a madman.
He's crazy.
In the Caribbean, the African slaves of Jamaica and Haiti have had enough. They will rise up and fight. The Europeans, stunned and scared that the slaves had figured out that their numbers were much more than their own, and that the slaves had found the courage to stand up against them no matter what. The Europeans sent for help from their homes, but would it come in time to save them? The slaves are fighting back.
Where's it, Tomere?
You thought you could have ruled us forever? What you say to me? Today your blood shall shed. I'm gonna kill all you want.
We're gonna. They realize they're more of them than us. We're good.
We need to get to England.
Well, let's go get a boat.
I think all the boats have been burned down.
Well, let's go find a ship. Let's go.
Men of influence and politicians joined the cause against the African slave trade. Many are seeing it as morally wrong and against the true power and true teaching of the Bible. They must stand against the men of power who believe that gaining wealth off of the labor and enslavement of others is right. You cannot build your cities, roads, hospitals, schools by beating and abusing the life of others. What you don't want done to you, don't do to others. William Wilberforce will now state his claim to the councilmen.
Oh yes, another day in Congress. What are we going to discuss today?
Well, I think we can talk about building more buildings
And more schools.
and more schools.
And more schools.
More hospitals.
And more roads.
That's good, yes.
Or we can acquire more rum.
Well, of course, we need more rum.
More roads.
Don't you think we need more rum?
We need more slaves.
We need to talk about abolishing the slave trade.
We need more slaves.
You said abolish the slave trade again?
This is a madman. He wants to abolish the slave trade. What's wrong with him?
I want to abolish the slave trade.
Why you want to abolish the
This
slave
has
trade?
done very
benefiting from the slaves? Did they build your houses? Did they build your schools?
It is not about the benefits. It is about how we treat them.
How we treat them? Why do you care how we treat them?
The Bible teaches that we should do unto others as we would like for them to do unto us.
The Bible says so. I've never heard my priest talk about anything like that. Do unto others like us, not like them.
Because your priest is not a true Christian. He teaches the wrong beliefs.
You cannot say that about my priest.
Yes, yes, I
knows
can.
the truth. My priest knows the truth.
But he speaks wrongly. He
No.
misquotes the Bible.
How can
Listen
you
to
say
me.
that?
You talk malice. Who cares if we stack these slaves as sardines and ship them across the Atlantic Ocean for many months? Who cares if a lot of them die on the way? Because at the end of the day, we have benefited in great ways. We have our great empire because of the slaves. Isn't your king happy? Isn't your queen happy because of these slaves?
That is what they think about it. You need to think about it from your mind, not their minds.
I do not think that this will ever be a good idea.
Atlantic slave trade, that is buying and selling of slaves and shipping them across the Atlantic seas. Many were upset. This would place a great dent in their pockets. The buying and selling of humans being against their consent is wrong. Now that the law was set to stop this, Wilberforce and the others are determined to keep pressing until all who were already made slaves on plantations or otherwise were free. Now it is time to push for emancipation. St. Madeleine worked the slaves harshly, but the new generation of slaves were determined to fight for their freedom, and some even revolted against the officials. 2,000 slaves were shot and executed in, but that would not stop the slaves' hunger for freedom, their hunger for life, their hunger for love.
Run! Yep! Park your horse. I'm going to meet my friends and drink some more rum. Be ready when I am.
Why do you want to know?
Because my girlfriend is singing that exact song for us on the program.
Well, my grandmother used to sing that song to me when I was a child.
What is your grandmother name?
My grandmother name? Why do you want to know my grandmother name? My grandmother's name is Adelia.
Delia.
Yes, Adelia.
My girlfriend used to be singing exact name to me over and over and over when I was a little boy.
Who is your grandfather?
I could man.
I could man. My grandma used to talk about him. He was the prince.
The prince,
Prince
yes.
of a tribe.
Yes.
And he was also the first love.
Yes, she was my grandfather's first wife. Excuse me, ma'am. If you don't mind me asking, what is your name?
My name? My name in this land is Jane. But my real name, what my grandmother gave me, is Abayomi.
What does the meaning of Abiyomi?
Oh, Abayomi? She said it means one who brings joy.
That is a nice name. But Abiyomi, there's something I never told no one in my life before. In this land, my name is John. But over there, my name is Adi.
Adi, it's nice to meet you. What
Nice
does
to meet
Adi
you too,
mean?
Abiyomi.
What does Adi mean?
The meaning of Adi is royalty. I am the grandson of Aikuriman. I am the great grandson of Aikunta.
Why do you stare at me that way, Adi?
Abiyuni, I believe that destiny has brought us here today, and that destiny has brought me here to you.
To me, Royal One?
Yes, Abiyuni, I believe that you are my Adelia, but I'm not sure. But my heart tells me that you are.
You think so?
Yes, Abiyuni.
Well, if your heart tells you that, I think I agree too.
Hey, I'm ready. Let's go. Hey, you. I said, come on. I'm ready. Let's go.
I will meet you once again, Abiyuni.
Okay, I will see you soon, Ade.
35 long years of reasoning, protesting, opposing, and convincing, the abolitionist arguments against slavery penetrated the stubbornness of the council. A new generation of abolitionists take the stand against this horrific act, holding the hand of the now frayed body, Wilberforce, who is convinced that his life purpose is to end slavery in the British colonies. The vote is cast. What will be the act of Parliament?
Another day in Parliament.
You again? You know he's here again. He has the audacity to come back.
He's so old and frail. I don't know what's wrong with this Wilberforce. Like, he feels as if God gave him some sort of ordained purpose to free the slaves. We already abolished the African slave trade. Now he wants us to emancipate the slaves. What craziness is he talking about?
I don't know what is this problem.
The slaves, they are burning down everything. They realize they have more of them than us. The slaves, they are burning down everything. The plantations, everything. They realize they have more of them than us.
Are you telling me that the slaves are revolting against you?
Yes.
In the Caribbean?
Yes.
Which countries is this?
Jamaica and Haiti.
Mine.
Wow.
I have invested a lot of money into these slaves in Jamaica and Haiti. So they just found out that their numbers are more than yours.
Yes.
We don't have any men to send across there to Jamaica and Haiti to fight them back, you know.
We need this.
You know what? I'm getting quite tired of these slaves, you know. I found out we can actually sell drugs to China, you know.
Drugs?
Drugs to China. And you know what? We don't have to go through all of this stress. You know what?
I think I'm getting sick and fed up of those slaves.
I think we should probably consider emancipating these slaves, but not because we think that we're doing the right thing. Because I believe that we will benefit more if we just start to look at other alternatives of making money for our country and filling our pockets. So hear what? Let us listen to what Wilberforce and his frail body has to say, and we will just agree. What do you say?
I think so.
Yes. That's a good idea.
That's a great idea. We'll let you all know what is the repercussions
Here
of our
comes
meeting.
the old frail
Oh my
Wilberforce.
God. You have the audacity to come looking like this?
Parliament meeting has started.
We have come again to discuss the abolishment of the slave trade.
Wilberforce, you're so old and frail. We already abolished the slave trade. Don't you want to come and emancipate all the slaves now?
Yes, I do.
Okay, what is your argument for us freeing all slaves?
The same as always. All of them are equal, and they need to be treated equally.
That sounds crazy.
Hear what? Don't we say that we'll make more money if we tried something else?
Yes.
Yeah, but I think we can emancipate them. We have other ways.
Okay, Wilberforce. We will choose to emancipate the slaves, won't we?
Yes, I think that's
yes,
a
we
But
great
it won't be right away, you know.
Once they are all emancipated,
No. We will emancipate these 6-year-olds. We will keep the mummies and the daddies because we have to make some more slaves.
More slaves.
And we will allow them to work for 6 more years on the plantation. Because we have to make back the money that we invested into them, you know. You have to give us the opportunity to make back some money, of course. You can't just expect us to free them.
Just like that.
So what do you say, Wilberforce? Would you allow the slaves to keep working for a little while longer?
Just for a little while.
Okay. Do you all agree?
Yes, we agree.
In fact, Wilberforce, your government will have to pay us back many money for emancipating these slaves, Many money you'll have to pay us back. Emancipate the slaves.
Emancipate them.
Emancipate the old stub.
And the decree for emancipation of the slaves sent out on August 1st, 1834. Over 800,000 African slaves are freed in the Caribbean and South America. Although many of them will not experience true freedom until 1838. Some slave masters did not even tell their slaves they were free for long time.
Never told us it happened in a million. Yeah, boy. But we can't do nothing now because it's the Royal Empire. On behalf of the Royal Empire, they said that you all are free. Free? Free for what? Free to leave my place. No. I said go before I change my mind. Go! Gone! And where are you going? I'm going to meet my sweet Adelia. Yo! I have some great news, very great news. Come. I shall show you this. Come on.
That marched through the streets where freedom going to take them. They had not a clue. So all they had was the clothes on their backs. No food, no house, no land. Nevertheless, they are strong and relentless people. Celebrate! Cambouret! We burnt the King Jules bomb. Now here we stand free, children of the African slaves, whose great-grandparents were sold from their land to choose this land, Trinidad and Tobago. We are blessed with the opportunity to accomplish greatness. We are blessed to be with our own families and to choose our own name. We are blessed with the privilege that was stolen from our forefathers, the power to become whatever we choose. For we are the emancipated children of the African slave. We are emancipated. Happy emancipation, everyone!